So we just saw Mother. We have different opinions about it.
In a way. It's one of those things where I like it academically as...
This is pretentious horseshit. And it's, again, I get it.
Yeah.
I know what it's about. I think it's stupid. That's what it boils down to. So for the people who go like, oh, you just don't understand what it means, all this symbolism and all this, like, no, I fucking get it. It's horseshit. So get that out of the way now. If you leave your hate in the comments for the Darren Aronofsky fans.
Well,
that are gonna
to
rip
be
you apart.
fair, not a lot of people are liking this movie.
I
so.
don't blame them. I was like, maybe like, in like, I don't know, maybe there's something that I'll miss. I don't know. Like, maybe I'll get something out. It's like, this is not nearly as confusing as people are making it out to be. And two, like, I completely agree with all the criticisms towards the movie. So I disagree with how, like, oh, it's so mysterious and all. It's like, not really. I mean, I take that back. Like, I can see why you'd get confused what the hell's going on.
Yeah, because, like I said, this is...
But it's not indecipherable.
Yeah. I mean, it's, like I said, this is... We can both agree this is definitely an academic movie. If you just want, like, some...
No, this is The Cell, where, like, ask me what it means, woo! That's basically what it is. And it's like, yeah, it kind of has a lot in common with The Cell, where it's like, it's a lot of pretty visuals, not a lot of substance.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, and I don't hate Darren Aronofsky by any stretch of the imagination. I like Black Swan. I think Black Swan's a great movie. You know
and
why?
Because it had its moments.
But, like, yeah, like, that one knew how to balance character with absurdist visuals.
Yeah.
Because, like, that one you actually understood what everyone was about before you got to the third act. Or at least you found them interesting enough to carry it through. This one is just close-up shots the entire 2 hours. Honestly, at some point, I just didn't care. That's really the biggest crime. Like, even if I found this movie, like, the concept interesting, I don't care enough to really want to think about it.
Right.
So as an analytic film, it really fails because it's trying to be an analytic film rather than an actual film.
Right.
Where things, like, I don't even say make sense, but at least I have some investment. Were you invested in anything that's going on in this movie?
Actually, yeah.
Were you? Like, I don't know. I didn't get it. Because, like, it's mostly, like, the whole week is summed up as the reason I don't host parties. Really.
Yeah.
Because it's just about, like, I didn't really, I have nothing, like, all the performances here are perfectly good. Like, they're great performances. I'm not knocking any of that down. But my problem is, like, I didn't really particularly care for Jennifer Lawrence's character to begin with. And sitting with her for the entire 2 hours, by the time it was like, God damn, I want something to happen. Or at least I want a point to all this. Because at this point, it just... Yeah. Her yelling at people to stop doing that for like what felt like an hour.
That is one thing I will say. They should have he should have condensed this movie.
And at that point, it just gets repetitive and obnoxious and annoying and just frustrating because and I don't want to go like. Maybe you'll get more out of this than I will, so I'm not gonna go too much into spoilers. If I do, I'll warn you. But to me, I find it incredibly frustrating. It gets so repetitive because you deal with like everyone that comes into this house is just the rudest fucking person imaginable, and that gets really old when you're stuck with it for an hour and a half at least.
For me, I definitely felt like the fact that was a frustration was one of the points of this thing, oddly enough.
But
I know what you mean.
Because it's a point doesn't make it good.
I know. I'm just saying that it depends on whether or not you can roll with it. That's
Sorry,
all
I'm not yelling at you.
Say.
I'm not yelling at you.
Yeah.
I'm really frustrated by this thing.
And I totally understand why.
Because again, like
because this walked a very fucking fine line.
Yeah, and again, there was like that where it's like, well, that character's stupid. Well, you're supposed to think like that. And there's a difference between having a point that actually helps what the film is trying to do and one that works against it. Yeah. And I felt like the purpose of this just really worked against it, and the fact, like, I don't want to know what's going on because I just want it to end. That's where I'm coming from.
And it's like, as you said, it's like, it was because you got to that 1 hour mark. If you've already checked out, it's hard to care. Like, I somehow found a way to stick with it, and because of that, I was able to, like, really not enjoy.
I was gonna say enjoy is a strong word.
Yeah, not enjoy, but like, it pulled me in like a very strange way. Like I was fascinated with it. Like as I said, enjoy is not the right word.
So yeah, you and I think the definition of the two words I've heard to describe this movie over and over again: fascinating but frustrating.
Yeah.
So I think you and I are kind of the opposite sides of that coin on this one, which is kind of rare. Usually we're on the same page on a lot of things, but it's okay. It's healthy to have disagreements every now and again. It's good for the relationship. Yeah.
Oh, Bruce Wayne's gonna have a field day in the comments about this one.
Couples counseling here.
Oh God, this movie's coming to life! Ah!
I call Javier Bardem. Dibs. I'll be Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You can be Mystique.
Huh.
I don't think about that.
He was Frankenstein. Wait.
Well, he was cast to be.
Yeah. Let's see how that pans out.
But
great job, Mummy.
Oh God, I don't know. Like, I wanted to like this movie. Like, someone's like, okay, I want to be like artsy fartsy about this, but like,
maybe we should have watched Friend Request.
Honestly, probably wouldn't get that different of a reaction. I'd be yelling for very different reasons. I'd still probably say it's stupid regardless, but again, for very different reasons. Because again, like, this is why I said to you on the way over here, like, this is just a very well-made, well-produced, well-written train wreck.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I get the point, I don't like the point.
Fair enough. It's like I said, it's something like, it's like I totally understand what you're getting at. It's one of those things where, like, because, like I said, it walks a very fine line where you'll either think this is genius, or you're gonna think that, like, even I was saying, is like, I can't tell,
like, even if I
this
liked
is pretentious or not.
I kind of felt it was pretty pretentious, especially towards the very final scene in the movie. It was like, okay, which we can't talk about going into spoilers. So do you want to go into spoilers right now?
Sure. Well, let's go over the basic plot. Which,
it's like just general thoughts, and then we can go in point by point. So, do you recommend this movie?
As I said, only purely from an academic standpoint. It's like,
I would pay full price tickets to see it, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's one of those ones where, like, as I said, I think I like it. I don't know. It's like, I can tell you, like, I didn't really enjoy it, even though this was definitely not something to be enjoyed, but it's like, it was interesting, just kind of, I thought how they create this weird parallel of, like, religious fanaticism with the idea of motherhood and just, like, these turmoils of, like, the creation of humanity.
You can do that you can do that better, honestly. Hell, go watch Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
If you honestly want the same ideas, except very different, obviously, but still in the same case, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it could have been done way better than this. Way more tolerable than just this just obnoxiousness. It's just so obnoxious to me. I don't like it. I think it's right for a wrap up there. So we're going for spoilers from here on out. So let's go over the plot of this thing. So this movie is about Jennifer Lawrence,
who plays Mother.
Exclamation point.
And Javier Bardem, who plays him.
Is that seriously the character name?
Yeah, they do not give the characters names.
Okay.
And also him, once again, being a God reference.
Yeah, you can see that. And like, again, I know what they were going for, so it's like, that's not, like, whatever. But anyway, they live in this secluded house in the middle of nowhere. He's some famous poet, apparently, and she's just the housewife that loves him. And while they're there, they get visited by Ed Harris, who, to his credit, is great in this movie. I love Ed Harris. I love all these actors. Like, to give credit to, I love Ed Harris. I love Jennifer Lawrence. I love Javier Bardem.
We love General Ginger and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, yeah. I just forgot they're in this movie.
And I'm pretty sure I saw the Native American dude from Wonder Woman in there at one point.
I don't think that was him.
Yeah.
He seemed too large, to put it gently. To be that particular character.
Well, it was a low angle, too.
True, but it's a blink and you miss it shot.
And Kristen Wiig was in this, too.
for reasons.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what this movie needs for this 2-bit character? Christian Wiig. Why? She's available.
Yeah.
She really wants to be a Darren Aronofsky film. That's why she wants to put that on her resume. So they have these visitors, and shenanigans happen, and then Ed Harrison's son come over, and then one kills the other, and then there's something about she can sense that the house has a heart of some kind that she's very attached to for reasons. A lot of the things this week can be summed up for reasons.
I didn't see that as the house's heart. I saw that as like her own. The idea, you know, this kind of weird representation of like humanity's love of God just like fading as all these this turmoil and shit happens.
You got way more of that than I did.
Yeah.
And again, maybe that's you were more interested. Honestly, I kind of stopped giving a shit about after like the first major party scene.
Yeah. And like I said, I feel like that's where unfortunately things kind of became clear. And if you're, and like understandably so, you said it is very repetitive. And if you,
it's just the same scene over and over again.
Yeah.
This person does something rude. She says, don't do that. They make her seem like the bad guy. They move on. Next scene. Oh, other people are being rude. She tells them to stop doing that. Then they make her seem rude, and then they move on. It's the same scene over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Just in like slightly different variations. Sometimes the exact same variation. Literally, how many times does it go back to the same thing?
Yeah.
So it's just like at that point, it's like it's just noise at this point. It's noise without a point. It's noise without a point. I just don't care.
Well, for me, it's like it did have a point. It just didn't have any structure.
It didn't have any. Well, like I guess I was more like, okay, what is this building up to? What is this accumulating to? And by the time it finally gets to what's accumulating to, I'm so annoyed at everything before. I no longer care.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for it to be done. That's really what I was waiting for. Like, it should have gotten to this a half hour ago.
Yeah.
This should not be happening now. So one of the Ed Harris's son dies by murder by General Ginger, who proceeds to fuck off into the wind.
Domhnall Gleeson, by the way, for those of you who are curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. So then they proceed to have this, like, morning party where, like, all these people come over and start fucking up Jennifer Lawrence's shit, and she gets mad, and they make her look like the bad guy 20 times over the course of 20 minutes. And then something happens, and they finally all leave, and then Javier Bardem and Jennifer Lawrence angry fuck. And then she gets pregnant, and then this is a very long run-on sentence. Which you just instantly know because reasons. See, I can do the same exact thing over and over again too, movie. See how annoying that is? You know what this movie is? I just realized this is that scene in Get Smart where Stephen Carell's like hanging out the window, some kid's looking, it's like, Mom, 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 and the mom goes, Sean, 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 Sean. See how annoying that is? That is this movie. That's going, Mom, 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 Mom. I'm like, mother, 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 how's it feel? Yeah, it gets annoying when you do it over and over again, isn't it? This movie hit me apparently in a sore spot. I don't know why. This is making me this angry. Maybe it's because I just don't like angry crowds that make me tense. So that doesn't help either. On top of just massive repetition.
Yeah.
And I get what they were trying to do. It's not like I don't get the point. I get the point. I don't like the point.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good. I don't think it was worth all the shit they threw at me.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Yeah. So if you do, good for you.
It's like, like I said, we both said,
I can see where this would go to its fans. Yeah. What is this?
It is a serving of stuff.
Stuff.
It's potpourri. And whether or not it will not be to everyone. Wait, potpourri is that little shitty floral stuff. Never mind.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
I don't know.
I was like, I guess it smells bad, depending on what you think. It goes to the bathroom a lot.
It's an appetizer platter.
Sure.
There'll be elements and it's all just, I don't know, it's like one giant thing, and either you love it or you hate it.
There's a penis joke in there. I'm trying to find it. I don't know. Darren Aronofsky's stroking off. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he probably would be doing that to himself right now.
Oscar-bation. Look at my writing. My artistic camera work.
Look at my imagination.
Oh, God. I mean, like, again, I like Darren Aronofsky. I just think this is just a shitty movie. Or film, whatever you want to call it. Like, this is trying to be high art. It just comes off as pretentious and annoying.
All right.
Again, my opinion. Again, I can see why people would cling on to this, but don't be one of those people that goes on the comments and go, you just don't get it, man. You just don't get what they're trying to do. Like, there have been times when I've seen a movie and I fully acknowledge I did not get it. Inherent Vice comes to mind. Do you remember that one?
I did not see it.
That was one I watched. I was like, I have no clue what happened there. I do not get this movie. I will admit when I do not understand something.
I'm not gonna lie. I expected this to be one of those movies I didn't get. I think the fact that I did was just pure happenstance.
Yeah, like, I more or less got it, too.
Yeah.
I don't think I read to it deeply,
Yeah.
but I get the general point.
Maybe it's just... Yeah, of course, maybe people are just more confused about it a la Inception, where it's not that hard.
Or as, what was that, Funny or Die skit does, like, why can't it be simple? 'Cause simple is bad! Like, this just felt like just needless padding for 2 hours to accumulate to nothing I really cared about.
Yeah, and like I said, I do agree that they should have trimmed a lot.
Because at this point, I find Javier Bardem's character, who I love Javier Bardem, I found his character insufferable and annoying. Jennifer Lawrence, again, giving her all here, is doing the same thing over and over again. At this point, I honestly would have been a little better off if Javier Bardem died at the end too. But no, apparently, we were said spoiler, apparently he's God. Yeah. Or some variation of God. So of course he can't die. The most annoying pretentious character in the movie survives.
Yep.
Maybe that's a metaphor for Darren Aronofsky's career after this. It's a burning house, but he'll move on. Create something else. Hopefully better.
Yeah.
Fuck. So that leads to the big party scene happens at first off. You get a lot of scenes pretty repetitive. There's a long time jump where now she's close to 9 months pregnant, and then a bunch of people just start showing up because they want to see after Javier Bardem released his new poetry book apparently. And it's a huge hit. Everyone starts treating him like a religious figure, and then it basically blinks, and it's some other form of the apocalypse, apparently.
Yeah, it basically rushes through just like almost like the fall of man in like the blink of an eye, kind of like what he did with Noah, almost. So the way, except instead of creation, it was destruction.
Oh, and that's right, he did do Noah too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. That wasn't very good either.
It was okay.
It was better than this. At least. I mean, that had weird rock golems in it.
Yeah, it's like...
But at least, like, the stuff they did with, like, religion and evolution was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, this one was, like, at that point, that was the part I was like, okay, I get what you're doing, wrap it up. You're like, what's the point of this? Where is this going?
Because
it's just so long.
It's not pleasant at all.
I can deal with unpleasant imagery. That doesn't bother me. It's just more of the fact, like, I'm not invested in what's going on, because, again, I'm just waiting for it to fucking end.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, is like, the mix of those two together definitely does not help things. Even
No.
Because, like I said,
it deleted the best joke I made in the movie, so while all this crazy shit is happening, Jennifer Lawrence gives birth in the middle of Javier Bardem's study, I guess, and after basically a game of stalemate where God stares Jennifer Lawrence in the eyes for apparently 2 days, she finally falls asleep, and Javier Bardem brings the baby out for all the masses to see.
Baby Jesus!
And then they immediately kill the baby and eat it. So as they're eating it, I couldn't help myself. I leaned over to you, and people who've seen Snowpiercer will get this joke. Leaned over to you and go...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's like, that's Chris Evans' diet. Which, for those who are going, what? Just go watch Snowpiercer. Which you should. It's a much better movie. Also with Ed Harris.
Oh, God, I really do want to watch Snowpiercer again.
Right? I'd much rather be home watching that right now.
Yeah.
Or The Big Sick. I just got that on Blu-ray the other day. I want to go home and watch that now.
I still need to see that damn
It's
movie.
so good.
I
It's
bet.
so good. I rewatched like just the first quarter of it again. I was like, God damn, I forgot how much I love this movie. But anywho. And then she finally gets fed up and burns the house down. But it turns out Javier Bardem is God, and he's done this apparently multiple times.
Yep.
So he's fine.
Yeah.
And then takes out our heart, which turns into a crystal of some sort. And then he starts the process all over again, a newer model, hotter wife. The end. That was stupid. Life of Brian had more depth. At least that always taught me to look always on the bright side of life. That had a fucking point. Honestly, what did it accomplish? What did it actually do? Nothing, when you really look at it.
Yeah, like I said, this thing is basically a thesis as a moving thesis. It's the best way to describe it.
Well, then I put on my teaching glasses.
Yeah, it's like that's
and grade this motherfucker. Your thesis is long and trite. It doesn't seem to it seems to be wandering and meandering along from paragraph to paragraph. It thinks it's smarter than it really is. The characters are secretly shallow while pretending to be deep. And quite frankly, you are a poor writer, sir.
Yeah, it's like I said, I didn't enjoy it, but I was interested in it, but...
I mean, this clearly is a movie to be enjoyed, but sorry.
No,
I keep cutting you off.
It is not meant to be enjoyed.
I'm sorry,
and that is like, like I said, I can agree with you on that. I just wish that, also like you said, that they cut the time down, because good lord, it needed to be more succinct.
It needed a lot of things.
Yeah.
It needed better characters.
Yeah.
It needed better characters. I didn't just want to punch in the face every time they were on screen. It needed a better supporting cast. Because again, Ed Harris, Michelle Pfeiffer, great actors, but they're just plain assholes.
Yeah.
How is that interesting? How is that getting me invested in what's going on?
I'm not sure. I just saw them as kind of like the other idea of what could have been, the fear of what simultaneously turning into what may be.
But it's not interesting because I don't really find them interesting. I just find them obnoxious.
Yeah.
You got the most in-depth character in the world, but if you don't find them interesting or watchable, then that defeats the entire purpose.
Yeah.
Regardless of what that point is.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think it's just, because that's the weird thing, is like, at one point I had to, and that is a problem I will agree with. At some point you have to stop looking at this like a movie, in which case,
but
why did you make it a movie?
I was going to say, but if you have to ask that question, then you failed as a movie.
Yeah.
At its core, you have failed as a movie. If you ever say the words, "Oh, you can't think of this as a movie," then why am I watching it?
Yeah. and I'm acknowledging that.
And that to me just highlights its pointlessness.
Yeah.
And the fact that at the end of the day, the movie accomplishes nothing. Because it literally restarts at the end of the movie. So everything we just went through doesn't matter. Yeah. Nothing was accomplished.
I'll say I did figure it was going to go like that because, you know.
Man, I predicted she was going to burn the house down, but I mean, the whole God thing, it was like, okay, so you just made your entire movie pointless.
Which is ironically the point.
It's not a good point.
I know. Yeah.
But I mean, what was the point, though? If the point was to be pointless, then what is the point?
I don't know. It's that whole idea of futility, and that's all. That is what I could get. That's what I gathered from it. The idea is humanity goes through this cycle every fucking time of self-destruction, and the idea.
Oh, so it's that kind of pretentious.
Yeah, and that it finds the idea of what religion, because Aronofsky is I think he was Jewish and he became a atheist.
I have no clue.
I can't remember if he was agnostic or atheist, but I remember is the way I see it. This is a way of kind of like showing why he hates religion.
Oh, so he's Stephen King it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
And so maybe that's why it bothers me so much, because I don't like that in Stephen King either.
Yeah. And so I did find that, like, pointlessness kind of interesting because of the way that he approached it.
I just thought it was pointless at the end of the day. So, like, this is just a difference of ideas and taste. Yeah. So, like, I know I'm probably the more vocal one of the group here, and I apologize.
Yeah, no, I totally understand, because I know it's a frustrating movie for you, and I don't blame you, because like I said, it's like, once again, as we both said, fine, very fine line, and it's just or.
I'm sure this movie will find its audience.
I don't think it will.
I mean, like the super artsy fartsy, or the Terry Aronofsky, the loyalists that'll forgive anything. Kind of like the Paul Anderson crowd.
Yeah, although I do remember, I think the one movie of his that no one's ever liked, both critically and in terms of persons, was The Fountain of Youth.
Actually, I think The Fountain of Youth has its audience, too.
Oh, yeah. No, that was one that people liked, but critics hated. That's what it was.
Okay.
This is the one that critics...
Did they like this movie?
I will say it fares better on Metacritic than it does on Rotten Tomatoes. But...
Actually, I'm kind of curious now.
Because I remember, like, on Rotten Tomatoes, like a 60-something%. Metacritic's like a 75 or 74.
It's a 67 on Rotten Tomato.
Yeah.
Which is honestly much higher than I would give it.
Yeah.
It's like, there's some people that are gonna like it.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna really like Kingsman next week, so that's gonna be my fuck you back to the critics.
Yeah. And I will say this. As much as I enjoy trying to analyze it, I don't think I'm gonna watch this again at all. It's like...
You'd have to pay me pretty good to get me to watch this again.
Yeah, this is like one of those movies like... Yeah, it's like a school textbook. It's like I'll read it once, and there might be some things that like it's interesting to learn, but I am gonna keep you shut for the rest of my life.
This is like reading Moby Dick again. Why is there an entire chapter about the color white? Sucks!
Fun fact, that author is my great cousin.
Oh, son of a bitch, really?
Yeah! I'm actually distantly related to Herman Melville. And that's the reason why Melville's one of my middle names.
How about that? Go figure. Maybe this is my Moby Dick all over again. It's like, book I hate. Everyone else seems to see something I don't. I'm like, did you read the book? There's an entire... Again, have you read Moby Dick?
Yeah.
That entire...
Long time ago.
I remember reading it as a kid and getting so pissed off. Like, there is literally an entire chapter about the color white, and this has nothing to do with anything. I was so mad. Even as a kid reading this, I'm like, this is dumb. I'm wasting my time. Why is my teacher making me read this? That's how I kind of feel about this movie too. We're just like, why is this here? Why couldn't they cut this out? Do you really need this? It's just obnoxious and annoying.
Now that I think of it, man, Darren Aronofsky does not think highly of people.
You think?
No, it's just like, man, he hates humanity.
What gave it away? The fact he has a psychotic episode in every movie he makes so far.
Yeah, in retrospect, it does make more sense.
Yeah.
It's like,
his second movie was literally how he wiped out the entire world, how Noah's a sociopath.
Yeah, it's like, man, he is a self-hating human.
Yeah, we go in the Alan Moore crowd.
Yeah.
Crazy bearded people.
Yeah. That reminds me, I saw that he had like a collection of like 3 different shorts.
Aronofsky or Alan Moore?
Alan Moore.
I don't know. He's still around in some places.
It was like some weird 3 short film collection of his that he like wrote all 3 of them. I was like, damn, I gotta look that up again.
I have no clue.
Yeah. I just found it today, and like I kind of want to watch it now.
You want to go with trailers so we can go home?
Yes, that sounds.
So I'm just gonna skip over the ones we've already seen. So we got Molly's Game, which is the Sorkin film.
Yes, where it's like, this looks stupid. From writer-director Aaron Sorkin. Give it to me now!
All right. It's kind of like we said with American Assassin. Like, this looks dumb. And then Michael Keaton shows like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
No, I'm trying to think, what was the other one where it's like, no, Baby Driver!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Baby
where it's
Driver.
Like, this looks stupid. From writer-director Edgar Wright.
All right. right. I'm in. I'm invested. But I like that actress.
Yeah, was it Jessica Chastain or Christina Hendricks? I couldn't tell.
I'm pretty sure it was Jessica Chastain.
Yeah. Jessica Chastain, I'm not gonna lie, she's been kind of hit and miss for me.
No, that's fair. I get that.
Like, I remember when she got nominated for Zero Dark 30, I was like, she did not deserve that nomination at all.
I never saw Zero Dark 30.
I'm not gonna lie. That was one of those movies I felt was kind of overrated. Like, it was good, but it did not deserve the humongous praise it got.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way about, what was that one that was...
This movie?
Well, that too. The bomb movie that's directed by James Cameron's ex-wife.
Same director, actually.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That is one thing I've noticed is the feelings between Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30 flipped.
Yeah.
If you liked Hurt Locker, you probably didn't like Zero Dark 30. If you liked Zero Dark 30, you probably weren't gonna like Hurt Locker.
I thought Hurt Locker was fine. I just didn't think it was Oscar worthy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So Molly game looks interesting. I'm okay with that one. Then we got.
Also, I kind of got confused as hell because I saw Michael Cera in there. It's like, you can't switch between him and Eisenberg. That's not fair!
Eisenberg will forever be dead to me after Lex Luthor. Don't make me angry again, man. I'm finally coming down. Anywho, so that's Molly's game. And it's going off the new trailers we got. We got Downsizing, which I'm actually very curious about that one.
That one's interesting. The idea of just like people kind of being shrunk down to fit into like this micro society.
Yeah, basically I have like, what if you made Polly Pockets real?
Yeah, which also makes all your asses broken down to be like exponentially huge. It's like, okay, you have $50,000 worth of assets. That equates to about $12.5 million.
Sweet. Shrink me down right now.
Yeah. I got $2. Here's 200,000. Shrink me now!
And that's directed by one of my favorite directors, Alexander Payne. Yeah, Payne.
I still need to see his movies. I know he's got.
I love his movies. This is the first anything remotely sci-fi he's done. Most of the movie he does are usually pretty like grounded.
Yeah.
Like Sideways or The Descendants or Nebraska. All of which are great movies, but they're all very grounded in reality. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious how he does a sci-fi, because Alexander Payne is one of those great directors that just lets a shot linger just a second longer than it needs to and lets the actors act. Because I don't want to take much time here, but there's a great scene in Nebraska where it's like the old guy that's in
Bruce Dern.
Yeah, Bruce Dern. Where one time he go to his old family house and they says how his sister died when he was younger or something like that, and they're talking about it because all the family is there, and they just do you remember that, Dad? It's like, I was there, and everyone else leaves, but he stays in just a second, doesn't say anything, just has this look in his eyes, and right there it told an entire story in a span of 5 seconds. And Alexander Payne is so good at doing those kind of shots. So again, this is very different territory for him, so I don't know if it's going to work or it's not going to work, but I'm very curious either way.
I think it'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah, so either way, it's unique, it's not new.
Yeah.
And that's what, I will say this about Mother, despite my issues with it, I will give the studio credit for actually going with it, with such a strange, out there film with that. For that, I give it props. If I'm going to give this movie anything, I will give it that. Yeah. As much as I do not like it, I respect them for taking a risk.
Yeah.
And then we got the new trailer for The Shape of Water, which I really want to see that. I've heard that movie's a masterpiece from what I've heard so far, early reviews.
I hope so.
Some people are calling some of Del Toro's best work.
If this ends up being better than Pan's Labyrinth, then I will be thoroughly impressed.
I know, right? So that one looks really cool. It's like, hey, you know that guy from Hellboy? What if you wanted to fuck him?
Not Hellboy, Abe Sapien.
I said the guy from Hellboy, not Hellboy himself.
Yeah.
So Abe Sapien, yes.
Yeah. Well, just that we say the guy from Hellboy, it's like, oh, wait, I was like, Ron Perlman?
No, that's the guy from the movie Hellboy, the fish one.
Well, you just said the guy from, and that's why it's like...
Don't overanalyze the statement.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it was vague.
You've been watching too much Mother. Stop overanalyzing everything.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of digging with you, though. I know you meant it. I know you meant...
I know.
Doug Jones?
Doug Jones. Yeah. I don't know if Doug Jones plays him in this movie or not. But either way, apparently there is a human fish sex in this movie, so that'd be curious.
We got a hint of that as that's gotta be weird.
So it's like, Take that, YouTube censors. But yeah, I'm really curious to that one. When does that come out? That comes out later next month, does it?
I think so.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. That'll be cool
Yeah.
Halloween thing to see. So I think that was the last new trailer we got. So you got any final thoughts from other? I feel like we both made our viewpoints on the movie pretty clear.
This is gonna be an understandably divisive film. If you don't like it, we understand. If you like it, we understand.
I'll disagree with you, but I get it.
Yeah. Exactly. It's one of those ones where it's like, this is a strange cacophony of imagery and subtext that might go too far. It might go into their own pretentiousness. I don't know, but I can totally see it if you say that's the reason. Because, like I said, even I was like, I think it's pretentious. I can't tell.
Wouldn't it be great if God actually looked like Javier Bardem and moving up there is? Like, they got it way more right than you think they would. I mean, who knew?
Yeah.
I started out with a house and it's grew into a whole globe. Really fucked things up there. Trial 5026 is a complete success. Success. You know what I'm trying to say, God damn it.
Bardem it.
Anywho. Don't make me angry.
You're already angry.
I am, but don't make me more angry. So we still got to see American Assassin. I'm hoping to get that one done tomorrow. Otherwise, next week is Kingsman
and
Ninjago, and Friend Request. I just know right now somebody's going to ask me to go see that.
I know I will probably enjoy two of them despite the bad reviews.
I'm kind of with you on that one. Like, you know what? They can go fuck themselves on Kingsman, because I'm willing to bet that's going to be a blast. And for Ninjago, it's like, I'm willing to bet get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
Friend Request, I doubt I'm going to disagree with the critics on that one.
Yeah. Because horror is a dying genre.
Yes. Do you even know the concept of Friend Request?
I don't know, and I don't care.
So,
it's like...
You know that episode of South Park with the Facebook thing?
Yeah.
Somebody looked at that and turned into a horror movie.
I basically assume it's like that stupid movie we saw that all took place on webcams.
Kind of.
It's like, you just befriended a ghost. And she doesn't like that for some reason. I don't fucking know.
But it's like, wow, this person has no friends on Facebook? That's so sad.
Yeah.
Kip Jordy, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
The main villain is basically that character. So, yeah, that's next week. So, it's going to be busy. I don't know what I'll get to, but I'll try to get to as much as I can. Even if I have to watch Friend Request by myself.
Yep.
Which is probably what's going to happen, no my luck.
Yeah.
So,
I'll try and join with what I can, but I'm going to be a little bit busier next week.
That's fine. Do what you can. I appreciate it either way. So thank you guys for watching. See you next week.
Bye.